Just for the record, each one of us that wore the uniform and answered the call, "Who are we?" with "We are the pride," will be marching beside you. Although we won't be visible, we will be there. Although we may not have the stamina and the mobility we used to, we will be there, marching proudly in step with you. You will be the band of thousands. Don't bother making room for us. We'll blend right in. With loyal hearts so true. So when the whistle blows, know that we are there. We are the pride. I'm Fred Elwine, 1983 music education graduate, member of the Pride of the Dakotas, 1978 through 1985.
Tonight's celebration of philanthropy is our opportunity to recognize the generosity that has fueled so much progress and success at SDSU. As donors and loyal supporters, this is your night. You are the reason we are close to reaching the $500 million goal for Bold and Blue, the largest fundraising campaign in South Dakota history.
Years ago, Jerry Lohr talked about the need to grow our culture of giving. He led the first campaign, which raised $52 million. Now we are approaching $500 million in this campaign. The culture of giving is alive and well at South Dakota State. Tonight's theme is the faces of our future. Our investments in students, past, present, and future, build our legacy and provide growth and sustainability for our university.
Tonight, we wanted you to meet a few students impacted by your generosity, poised to make their mark in the world.
It's been an epic first year as a Jackrabbit. My first home football game, I remember the Spirit Squad huddled up, the Pride began to play, I was in awe of the fans, standing, clapping, and chanting right along with us.
My journey to South Dakota State is one that many of you may relate to. I grew up in a small town, was active in FFA, athletics, band, and toured campus my senior year of high school. And from a young age, I was hooked. I knew that I wanted to be a Jackrabbit. The hands-on experience available at South Dakota State University through the Omlid Family Human Anatomy Lab, made possible by the generosity of the Omlid family and other donors, prepares me, as well as other healthcare students, to make that next step in their journey.
Philanthropy has allowed me to achieve success on the basketball court, fulfilling a dream that I've had since I was a kid. Because of that, I've been a part of 3 Summit League regular season championship teams and competed on the national stage of March Madness. And now donors are making possible the renovation of Frost Arena. I am thrilled for the underclassmen in our program that will get to carry on the amazing home court winning percentage of Frost into the new facility.
The Wokini Initiative was the vision of President Dunn to provide opportunities to American Indian students. Being an enrolled member of the Oglala Sioux tribe, I have benefited from this nationally recognized initiative as a Navarro Wokini scholar. Wokini, which is Lakota for New Beginning, has helped bring American Indian students together and be comfortable in a new place. I work and study at the American Indian Student Center, which was made possible by private donors. I am grateful to President Dunn for creating the Wokini program and to the donors who have made it possible for students like me.
It is my pleasure to announce Bill and Carolyn Hinks as our 2023 Philanthropic Family of the Year. The Hinks family has invested $2.5 million in our university. So in 2012, this university awarded Bill an honorary baccalaureate degree. Now, at next weekend's commencement, we will celebrate the 100,000th graduate of this great university. Bill is one of those 100,000. And yet, to us, Bill and Carolyn are 1 in a million. Philanthropy works. Investing in people matters. The return isn't always evident right away. That's why we need to have faith, confidence, and patience. We have the responsibility to do everything in our power to make South Dakota State available to everyone who wants to attend. Perhaps nothing demonstrates that better than our association with the Promising Futures Fund, a nonprofit started by one of our graduates and distinguished alumni, Steve Hildebrand, that is working to provide opportunities for students in Sioux Falls schools with the highest rates of poverty. Our goal, working with Promising Futures Fund and the Sioux Falls School District, is to get 2,000 eighth grade students on our campus each and every year, to open their eyes to the possibility of higher education.
Members of the Mildred Stoker White Society have gifts and commitments between $2.5 million and $5 million. We have 3 new members to this society.
Sonja Anderson is an avid Jackrabbit basketball season ticket holder who transitioned to become the women's equipment manager 15 years ago. She affectionately refers to the student athletes as her kids. This past year, she finalized her estate plans and will gift her family farm to SDSU to create the Sonja K. Anderson Endowment for Women's Athletics Excellence. Thank you, Sonja.
Paul and Doris Moriarty are longtime benefactors to SDSU and leaders in the community. Paul has served on the Foundation's board and Council of Trustees without interruption since 1967. At this event last year, we announced a $1 million gift for the endowed professor of choral activities. At Paul and Doris's request, they didn't want to be identified as the donors that night, a sign of their humility. We had hoped to do that tonight. Unfortunately, they were unable to be with us, but we do appreciate all that Paul and Doris do.
Wendell and Marlys Thompson created an endowment for the director of the School of Education, Counseling, and Human Development. The Thompsons were first-generation college students that have been longtime supporters of SDSU. Wendell built a successful real estate firm, and Marlys had a 22-year career in education. We're grateful to the Thompsons for their generous investment. Marlys is here with her son, Nate.
The Schultz Society recognized gifts and commitments between $5 million and $10 million. We are pleased to recognize the South Dakota Soybean Research and Promotion Council as the newest member of the Schultz Society. Most recently, Soybean was a major donor to help construct the Raven Precision Agriculture Center and the Poet Bioproducts Center. South Dakota Soybean is represented by David Iverson and his wife Miriam. We thank you for the generosity and the advocacy of the state soybean producers, and really for the transformational investments that you have made at South Dakota State. Please help us thank South Dakota Soybean and all of our honorees tonight.
Our tradition is to close this program with the SDSU Concert Choir under the dynamic leadership of Dr. Laura Diddle. Dr. Diddle will be directing the concert choir along with 92 students from George McGovern and Whittier Middle Schools in Sioux Falls.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. That's